Ahem. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. Today, we're doing yet another episode of whatever the hell this is. That's right. I can't wait to get started. Now, for any of the VOD watchers, depending on what we do for today's segments, if we even do any, I don't know, we may or may not have time. I will include timestamps in the description below if that's the case. With that being said, hello, Raylan, and congratulations on being the very, very first person in chat today. Very based, very epic. Hello, Randy S., just here for fun. Lexi, Orion Cat, Chris Lee, Big R Clips, George Baker, Union Pacific Rail fan. Just here for fun. I have some bad news for you, unfortunately. You were third. You might have been first on your end, but so are a lot of people. But on YouTube's end, Raylan is first. Hate to break it to you. Hello, Kevin Salstrom. Can we see the outfit? I suppose. My signal is ass. Yeah, I don't know. Well, to be fair, the amount of time it takes for you to, any chat message to be sent on YouTube, right? There's going to be a delay between when you send it on your end and when it actually, gets processed through YouTube server or whatever, right? But yeah, this is today's fit for anyone wondering. Femyoz, I have the urge to ban everyone in spite just for fun. I see. I like the outfit. Who cares who's first? Well, nobody, but at the same time, it is kind of fun. It's just like a fun thing. It's like a fun thing. It's like, ooh, if you get here fast enough, you might be the first person in chat and, be slightly more recognized for the beginning of the stream, I guess, I'm loving the Skirt Gang. Hell yeah. I care. Well, fair enough. I guess you debunked their position. I see. Hello, Fixie Pixie. I hope you're doing well. I finally got a stream notification. Finally. It appears that YouTube, finally, is doing its job for once and actually giving Chris Lee the YouTube notification that they've been asking for the whole time. My last name is Salstrom, and that's a Swedish last name, and I'm from Sweden. I see. Hello, Rachel. Yeah, but I get it different from where you send it to where it goes to whoever first, and then it comes to me wherever you are. I'm confused. I'm so eepy. Well, fair enough. You should probably get some sleep. I see the message, and I, try to make it first every time. Hell yeah. As you should. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't always give people notifications, so it is unfortunate that sometimes people might not be able to do it. But, for the people that have notifications on and YouTube just so happens to work properly for them, they're able to make it first, of course. I just lost 15 different friends because I'm friends with somebody that they don't like. Well, there's two possible case scenarios. Either A, the person that you're friends with that they don't like is a god-awful, evil person, and you just don't realize it. Or, alternatively, the 15 friends that you lost are bad friends. It's more likely to be the case that those people, the 15 people, are unironically more likely to be bad friends, simply because good friends don't generally make those types of ultimatums. I mean, have you ever had a friend where, I don't know, maybe they have an abusive partner? It's never you that cuts them off. It's always them that cuts you off, right? And it's ultimately their abusive partner that makes them cut you off. Generally, it's the case that good friends don't make you cut other people off. You seem so wise. I don't know if I would say that it's wise, but I would say that maybe it's not common knowledge. I don't know. It makes logical sense. It's something that I've learned. I guess maybe it's something that I've learned. Maybe that does make me somewhat wise. Wise beyond my 20 years of existence. But then again, also say things that are very unwise all the time. So, you know, maybe this is one of those broken clocks are right twice a day situations. More skin, the better you look good. Hell yeah. Sounds like they weren't ever your friends. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. When people create those types of ultimatums and they're like, actually, we're not gonna be friends with you anymore because you're friends with this other person that we don't like. They're trying to isolate you from whoever that may be. And, you know, that's one of those things where I can't say it's, a good trait to have in terms of, you know, a friend. That's like one of the worst traits a friend can have, or a quote unquote friend, is that specifically. I wish I had that many friends. I mean, to be fair, if it was 15 friends but they're all fake, might actually be better to have no friends at that point. That's my position on the matter. I would rather have fewer but realer friends that actually care about me than I would, you know, have, I don't know, 200 friends, but they all suck. You know what I mean? That's why I only have one friend. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, damn, so freaking beautiful. Why, thank you. The person I'm friends with is my caregiver when I'm regressed, and also an ex-friend to the other people. Well, to me, it sounds like those other people then, kind of shitty. Kind of shitty. I think it's fairly obvious and straightforward. I mean, maybe it's not, but based on the information you've provided, seems fairly straightforward that, yeah, those 15 friends aren't really your friends if they're gonna treat you that way. I had fake friends, but I cut them off. As you should, as you should. It's better to have one really close friend that legit cares about you than it is to have 200 mediocre or even dog shit friends. You know what I mean? My boyfriend seems to be growing apart from me. Any advice on what I should do? I mean, I guess it depends on why they're going apart from you. Something tells me that if they're being I don't know how long you've been in a relationship with them, but there's a decent chance that they have an avoidant attachment style, in which case you might need to give them space. That might be something that is necessary. If it seems like they're actively avoiding you. If you're the kind of person that struggles to be the first to initiate, maybe he's worried that you need space. That's also possible, right? Really depends on how much you're reaching out. Yeah, I only have one friend and she's cool. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. I love your choker. Thank you, Gina. Fake friends are the best friends. Very true, Mason123 Productions. Very true. Almost 6 months? Wait, what's almost 6 months? Hey, Fenton, Femyoz. I see, I see. I wonder if this guy thinks that spamming the message over and over again, can I get mod, is what he thinks will get him mod. Like, he thinks I didn't see it the first 20 times. No, I saw it. I just ignored you. I don't think you realize that you are telling me inadvertently that you are the absolute last person I would ever make mod. You know, you're more likely to get mod by saying slurs in my chat. Not that you're gonna get mod doing that. Can you not make them mod? Well, that's precisely what I'm doing. Hello, Batao Crafter. Good to see you again. You're so pretty. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Is anyone excited for Oblivion Remake? I'm not sure what Oblivion is, so I guess I'm not. But I hope it's good. I have no commentary to give on it. You know, I don't really know anything about it. Well, I can try. Don't test me. I'll go crazy with the slurs. Okay, do not go crazy with the slurs. Don't do that. Are you trans? You better believe I am. Hello, Lola. Hope you're doing well. OMG, you look pretty today. Thank you. Thank you. Be my friend. All right, we're best friends now. Let's go. Is the Minecraft movie good? I haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting until I'm with Summer again, which is my girlfriend that I had on stream like a few weeks ago, I think. You might know her as PP Girl 420. And once we meet up again, that's when I'm gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it for the first time together. So I'll be watching it later than everybody else, but there's a good reason for it. You know? Can you do the Indian voice? I mean, this early in the stream, I guess I haven't, dude, I haven't done an Indian accent in ages. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it justice. You know, there needs to be, I feel like there needs to be some context to it. You know, doing it randomly isn't as funny as, you know, I don't know. If I find a way, a good, meaningful way to incorporate it, then, you know, perhaps. Yeah, saying slurs and spam begging is how I got mod. That's true. That's true. Blaze Tide just said, can I get mod 500 times in a row? And then they got mod. Anyways. Yes, bestie. They're capping. Very cool indeed. I am curious about the topic from the perspective of a trans person. What is a man and what is a woman in your eyes? Yeah, so I would say that when I refer to women, I'm simply referring to the feminine social archetype in society, right? So I'm not really making a claim about biology, right? I'm making a claim about one's social standing in these pretty arbitrarily defined categories, right? Because at the end of the day, gender and sex are not the same thing, right? People will often conflate the two and say that trans women are delusional. That's not the case. I'm not making a statement about my biological sex when I use she, her pronouns or refer to myself as a woman. I am acutely aware of my sex. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be transitioning. I would, if I was a biological female, I would just be a cis woman, right? That's obviously not the case, right? Hi, how are you doing? I'm doing all right. How are you, Lily? Hope you're doing good. Gender is sex? Really? Medic Mike, what is your argument in favor of that position? Though I will say your, whatever argument you may have is going to be heavily, what's a good way of putting it? I mean, this is, your PFP is presumably your kid in a MAGA hat. I feel like that sort of automatically discredits whatever you're saying. To put it bluntly, you know, you're like in favor of radicalizing your child into your weird politics for no reason instead of just, I don't know, being normal. What's your favorite artist? I have no idea. How does that dress feel? Well, I guess I'm wearing a skirt and a crop top, but it's pretty good. Wood, let's go. Your fit's so cute today. Thank you, Stephanie. If gender equals sex, then I had gender with your mom last night. That's true. That's true. How was your day? Pretty good, I guess. It was all right. How long did it take to grow boobs? I mean, they're still growing. I mean, I've been on HRT for almost 2 years now, so, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. But, it really depends on who you are and, you know, when you're starting HRT and what your genetics are and all that stuff, you know, what your dosage is, pill or shot. I'm on, pills that I take sublingually. But yeah. How does HRT work? Yeah, you basically replace the hormones in your system. So naturally, my body produces testosterone rather than estrogen. So I take Spironolactone, which is an anti-androgen. That's what suppresses my testosterone. And I also take estrogen, specifically estradiol, which causes my body to produce estrogen and whatnot, right? Thank you, Batal Crafter, for the $10, you beautiful fucking bastard, saying, can we get a fit check? You better believe we can. You better believe we can. I love your choker. It's so cute. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. No hate, by the way. I love my LGBTQ plus peeps. I'm just wanting to learn more and educate myself. Yes, which is obviously a really good thing. I think that more people should have that mindset, you know? But yeah, this is my fit today. There's the 2 Skirt Go Spinnies for the $10, I suppose.
But yeah, anyways, with that being said, I hope you're all doing well today.
Your voice makes me so jealous. I just started voice training recently. Hell yeah.
Me too. As you can see, I have obtained a very deep voice.
Or I attained a way higher voice, and that was my original voice. The voice drop.
What voice drop are we talking about? I don't know what you're on about. What voice drop are we talking about exactly? I'm not really sure.
Anyways, another fit check. Chat, we're winning. Hell yeah. Okay, Adorbs, thank you. Hope you're having a lovely day. You too, at K and May. You too. Wow, you look better than ever. Thank you. Thank you. So, in your eyes, gender is a social construct created by society that heavily influences the actions and persona of a person/group, in this case, men and women, based on the genitals they were born with. Not quite. So, my perspective on the matter is that gender is a social construct that is derived from sex, but not sex in of itself, right? So, I guess you sort of got that aspect of it right. I would say that it is something that can and oftentimes does influences the actions of and persona of an individual person, right? But it's not always the case, right? It's more to do like when we're talking about gender identity in particular, it has more to do with somebody's internal perception of themselves and juxtaposing that with the rest of society, right? If that makes sense. Now, gender as a more broad concept includes that and various other characteristics such as gender expression, gender presentation, etc. What do you do if all of China becomes femboys? Well, it's time to go to China, you know? Who cares if there's rampant censorship? If they've got the most femboys, you better believe I'm going there. You're so pretty. Thank you, Starlove. I appreciate that. Trans rights, you are valid. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, I think it's crazy that MAGA won't respect people's preferred names, but calls the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Yeah, or they call Twitter X. Yeah. They won't dead name Twitter, but they will dead name trans people. I'm the reverse because I'm the number one Elon hater, okay? Can you let your hair down? Chat, do I let my hair down? What do you guys think? Elon hates you too? Good. I'm glad. When can you stop taking meds? Who, me? Or just broadly? When your psychiatrist tells you it's okay. Ew, just hearing people say X instead of Twitter makes me die inside. Yeah, not gonna lie, I gotta agree with that one. You're not wrong. Or, if it's like a news article, it'll be something along the lines of X, parentheses, formerly Twitter. Like, dude, I can't. I literally cannot. Anyways. Hi, Femi, I love the outfit. Thank you, Neptune. I really appreciate that. Do you play any games? I play Minecraft. Anyways. something about big teddy bear. So real. If you're the number 1 Elon hater, I'm number 2. Let's go. Let's go. We should be besties. Anyways. Do you play War Thunder? I do not. I do not. Yo, we gotta play Minecraft. Yo, dude, we should. We should. Gina, feel free to add me on Discord, okay? I will teach you the art of Minecraft PvP. All right? I mean, I've sort of come back to it. I play at least every week again, you know? And yeah, it's fun stuff. It's fun stuff. Add me on Discord, Gina. My Discord is Femyoz. It's the same as my YouTube, Femyoz, Femyoz. Femi Minecraft server. Sadly, I do not have a Minecraft server. I've thought about hosting a Minecraft server before. But then I'd have to get some devs to like work on it. And that would cost money, plus the money that it would cost to host the server. I don't know. Hosting a Minecraft server is something that I will probably do. Once I am literally famous or something. So probably never. But if, let's say, for instance, I'm averaging like 1,000 concurrent viewers per stream or something like that, I'll probably open a Minecraft server to play with my audience. You know what I mean? But that's way the fuck in the future if that's the case. Let me know if you got it. I'll accept your friend request after stream. You know what? Actually, I'll do it. I'll do it now. Why not? Normally I wouldn't do it now. All right. There you go. Friend request accepted. Oop. I had to close Discord. All right. Also, happy birthday, Lefty Memes. Happy birthday. Happy 22nd birthday. By the way, that outfit is darling. I love it. Thank you, Lefty Memes. I really appreciate that. How old are you? How old do you think I am? Edge obsessed? You tell me. Chat, how old do I look? Are you friends with Christina? Who is Christina? Christina who? I don't understand why everything needs labels. You mean like words that we use to describe things? Or I'm confused. If I'm a person who likes wearing dresses and talking in a high-pitched voice, why do I have to be called a woman to do those things and vice versa? You don't have to be called a woman to do those things. I've never claimed that. But you do touch on a point that I actually can get behind. Though probably not from the angle that you would necessarily think. I agree. There isn't a good reason to socially categorize people in 2 distinct categories on the basis of their biological sex. Yeah, that is quite silly, right? But if that sort of categorization is going to exist, we may as well make the best of it. We may as well use those 2 categories or whatever, and any additional categories that people want to use in the best, most utility maximizing way possible, if that makes sense, right? If people don't want to be categorized that way, then they should also have that ability, right? Why do we have to label each other man and woman? Why can't we just be called people? I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I do think that the whole concept of gender is quite silly. I think that the whole notion that we, for whatever reason, have social categories that are derived from sex, that it doesn't make any sense. It's entirely outdated. Now, in the past, it made sense, right? When we were hunter-gatherers, it made sense to have gendered roles for our survival, right? Obviously, you would have the men hunt, right? Women would be gatherers because, you know, they'd be pregnant. Kind of difficult to hunt if you're pregnant. So then they raise the children, etc., right? But we're not hunters or gatherers anymore. So it's not very useful at this point, right? What do you think of TX2? Well, I don't really know much about him, so that's kind of hard to say. Jesus is dead. Nobody needs a corpse. Yo, that's so real. That's so real. I don't understand hate. Like, everyone is just here trying to live. Yeah, pretty much. Who goes to war? Well, hopefully nobody. But, ideally nobody. Or are you talking, descriptively, who goes to war? Generally, it's men, if that's what you're trying to get at. That doesn't make them men, though. Right? Anyways. I bow down to a blonde goddess. Let's go. We lost a lot with modern ease. We do not have to hunt or gather anymore. Yeah, which is a good thing. It's good that we don't have to hunt or gather anymore, right? I mean, having to do that is kind of a shitty life. You know what I mean? People oftentimes glorify historic times or even prehistoric times if they're really insane. And it's like, you would not last 5 minutes. It would be a miserable life to live if you did last. Like, I'm gonna be so real. Like, it's just not a life worth living, right? Like, I'm sorry. Like, oh, what's the purpose of living? I guess hunting and gathering or die. Like, that's pretty meaningless. There's not really a point, you know? Like, how much time are you gonna have for anything else, right? I don't know. Our world is overpopulated. Your voice is calming. Hell yeah. Girl, your skin would melt. Yeah, exactly. That's another component, you know? We don't have to be like as physically tough or durable as we used to, right? Because we have things like modern technology. Once tribe is fed, we would party. Yeah, fair. You know, maybe tribes had a lot of fun back then. I don't know. I mean, look, the way that I view it is modern technology has made life infinitely better. Our society is soft as fuck. Okay? What's your point? Like, why would you want life to be more difficult? Right? That's the real question. Thoughts on beans on toast? I think it's disgusting. I don't think they had fun. Yeah, me neither. I'm gonna be real. Are you trans? You better believe I am. What are your pronouns? She, they. Anyways. Hit the gym, find God, and find a girl. Well, I did the last one. I have a girl. She's been on stream before. There were always outliers throughout history. Trans people always existed. That's true. Show bobs. Yo, that's crazy. You look like very submissive. Charles Doss. I would never be very submissive. I don't know what you mean. I am a big, strong toppy top. Look at my gargantuan muscles.
I am very masculine, I'll have you find.
You think I'm a bottom? Well, checkmate, liberal. I am actually a big, strong top. Like, yo, what's up, dude? Look at my gains, bro. Yo, I be going to the gym, bro. Like, all the hard work is paying off. I ain't even gotta use any of that trend. Bro, look at my... Dude, I'm like... Bro, I'm literally so ripped, dude. I'm small, Yos? I am not small. What do you mean? I like that deep voice.
Hey, yo, let's go.
This is brat behavior. No, it's not. Sit the F down. No. She'd hate being pinned down by a dommy mommy. I would... Shut up. So what? Okay, so what if I would enjoy... We all enjoy certain things, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Just rebounding between sexist stereotypes. I'm sorry, but like... I don't think that any normal person is offended by me pretending to be a gym bro. I don't think anyone is offended by that. Aw, is the bottom blushing? I'm not a bottom! Shut up! Rectum Destroyer? Yo, that's crazy. Rectum Destroyer is wild. Anyways. Let's see. You only have 2 pics in one video on OnlyFans? I mean, in all fairness, I did make that as a joke. Hit him with the Jamal voice.
Hey, yo.
Nah, dude, I'm not doing that. I was about to. I don't know. No, normally I call it the Tyrone voice, and it's usually the voice that I use when I pretend to be a dude that's fucking somebody else's wife. But doing it without that context makes it kind of bad. Most people watching this wouldn't have that context in mind. Wait, this isn't a dude? No. Man, y'all doing anything to become famous now. True! I'm gonna become famous! Let's go! Even though nobody knows who I am. That's right! Anyways. Bad Femi, no racism. Aw, man. It's not great with context either. That's fair, that's fair. Anyways. I want some pastor tacos? What does that mean? What are pastor tacos? Someone ban the transphobic people? Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, my mods work very hard. They are banning a lot of people. But it's also more important to make sure not to false ban people or to ban people for just simply disagreeing or whatever or having questions or anything like that. You know? 360, please. Remember, chat. $5 equals a Skirt Go Spinny. Further requested for the person donating, of course. $10 could be 2 Skirt Go Spinnies or me purring into the microphone. Anyways. Let's see here. Pastor is the Spanish word for me. Oh, man. That was... What the fuck was that? Ah. Anyways. Damn, you're beautiful. Thank you, Helbert. I appreciate that. It's like pork? Okay. Transphobes can suck my strap? Hell yeah. Let's go. Seriously, why did you change your gender? So I guess the long story short. Also, thank you, Jennifer Michelle, for becoming a member. Welcome to Supporter Gang. Thank you so much. So, long story short, I was repressive for many, many years. Many years. And, what's a good way of putting it? I would have been 5 at most when I first knew I secretly wanted to be a girl, right? But I also knew that nobody would accept it if I said that, right? I knew that, you know, society or the people around me, etc., wouldn't understand me, right? So I bottled it up and basically repressed for many years. Eventually, I discovered what femboys were when I was in high school. And I really liked that as a concept because while I didn't see myself as somebody that could become a woman, right, even though that ended up being false, right, I saw becoming a femboy as something within reach, as something tangible, right, that would allow me to express myself more. So, well, when I was 18, I decided, and this was one of the scariest things that I've ever done, I decided to buy some feminine clothes. And I did that. And I, considered myself to be a femboy for the longest time. And I also used any and all pronouns. Also, thank you, Soul Hunter, for the $10. I very much appreciate that. Let me know if you want me purring into the mic or 2 Skirt Go Spinnies. But yeah, I got to a point where I was like, well, I've never been against being referred to with they, them, or she, her. So I guess I use any and all pronouns, right? Eventually, I realized once a few people started referring to me as she, her, it would mainly be newer viewers because, sorry, I missed a part. Before that, I decided to start taking HRT because I was terrified of twink death. I didn't want to look more masculine. I didn't want my face structure to masculinize or my bone structure or anything like that to masculinize, right? I was genuinely terrified of that, right? And I also didn't want to grow more facial hair, right? The tiny amount of peach fuzz I got was already enough to make me dysphoric, right? I wasn't sure if it was dysphoria at the time. It was dysphoria. It's very obviously dysphoria. And so I was like, okay, I'll go on estrogen and I'll be an HRT femboy. And at that point, I think I was already using any and all pronouns, right? But yeah, fast forward to like 7 months, my hair was a bit longer. I was looking a little bit more feminine. And there were some people that started referring to me using she, her pronouns. And I kind of liked that. So for a while, I was like, well, I guess I technically use any and all, but I have a slight preference for she, her. And then eventually I realized, wait, hold on. If I have a preference for she, her, and I want to be a woman, I can just do that, you know? Because at that point, I was like very pro-trans. So, and I had been for years, I think. Or no, not years. Over a year, I think. Because I was pro-trans before I was like out as a femboy. But yeah. Anyways. Oh, thank you, Soul Hunter, for the 2, saying 2 spins should do. Thank you very much. I hope I didn't miss a chat message or anything. I'll do 2 Skirt Go Spinnies for you. That's right. And if anybody else would like to contribute to the tip train, okay, feel free to donate as well. You could donate through Super Chat, which is probably the easiest. However, the one caveat is YouTube does take 30%, so that is where the money goes. Is 70% to me, 30% to YouTube. Or alternatively, you could use the Streamlabs link in the pinned message, streamlabs.com/Femyoz. And I think that obviously the main benefit is all the money goes to me, of course. So granted, of course, I'm incentivized to promote that. But also you get longer chat messages. Like the messages you can leave for Streamlabs donos are way longer than you can leave them for YouTube donos. Just so you're aware. So yeah, you can have longer messages. But yeah, with that being said, enough of me shilling myself. Would you say your friends were predominantly more male or female growing up? And were you gay or bi before you transitioned? I would say that my friends were predominantly male because I was trying to blend in. And I was also terrified of girls. I was actually, because that's the thing is I'm like super awkward, right? Like, it wasn't that I was like, it wasn't just like terrified if I like somebody type of thing. That was never the issue. It was just, I didn't want to accidentally do something that would be perceived as me hitting on someone when I wasn't. And I was like really paranoid about that because I didn't want to come across as like weird or uncomfortable, basically. It was basically just like me trying to not be a fucking weirdo douchebag. If that makes sense. I did find out that I was bisexual in my freshman year of high school. Though it took me a while to find out because I'm primarily attracted to women and people that present feminine.
Anyways.
Let's see. If you're male turned female, then it must mean you have a male voice. Is it okay for us to hear it?
Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. What's up, dude? I mean, this is like kind of what I used to sound like, though I will say my voice used to be deeper. I don't really practice the male voice as much anymore, and I kind of want to get back to it because, like, I think it is a fun skill to have. But thank you, Leo, for the $10, you beautiful fucking bastard. Feel free to request 2 Skirt Go Spinnies or me purring into the mic. I'm a femboy. Yo, based. Let's go. Let's go. Start twerking, please. Yo, that's crazy. But you still enjoy a red-blooded American. I don't know if I want to read that message out loud. I don't know if I want to read that one. Hey, thank you, Senora Fatlass, for the $2 saying, give us an
Ara ara. Ara ara. Ara ara. I don't know if I did it right, but thank you for the 2. How are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? Aditya? I don't know if I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry. Anyways. No offense, but would you be a waiter or waitress? Waitress. I mean, I'm not either, but if I had to pick being one or the other, then, you know. My FTMPF is switching between boy and girl voice. Well, like you, Femi. Yo!
That's so real.
Base. Yeah, people often forget that, yeah. Trans men can also do voice training in the opposite direction, you know? That's a thing. People just forget about that because testosterone does make your voice get lower. But if you voice train to make it even lower than that, then, like, you can get pre-voice. Anyways. Will you take my dad to his 40th high school reunion? I can't say I intend on that. There's a ladybug on your hair. There's not. I always liked ladybugs. I think ladybugs are cool. I think they're cool. They got, like, the cool, like, design. I always liked them. Lagios, I better not be lagging.
Otherwise, I will be very sad.
I want to meet more femboys. How do I do it if I'm in the closet? Where normally I would run into them. Yeah, fair. I mean, I don't know. There are ways of, like, subtly hinting that you're queer while being in the closet. Like, I don't know. It's kind of difficult, but, like, there's, like, a certain vibe that queer people have. And it'll probably, that alone will make it easier to connect with femboys if you're in the closet. Essentially. I had a ladybug bite me the other day. Wait, really? I didn't even know that they could do that. I always thought ladybugs were just chill. I thought they were, I didn't think they bite you. Ladybugs can bite the heck. Yeah, I did not know that. Anyways. Go on Grindr. Dude, Grindr's a scary place. Honestly, I couldn't care less what someone's gender or sexuality is. If we vibe, we chill. End of story. I myself have never fit in any box. Also, hope you're having a good day. Thank you, Mariah Queen. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, be whatever fucking gender you want. I don't care, man. Do what you want. If you're a vibe, you're a vibe. You know what I mean? Certain ladybug species can bite. Mostly the Asian species that are invasive to the US. Interesting. I did not know that. Genuine question, why are you trans? I did an in-depth explanation like 10 minutes ago. You can rewind the VOD.
Probably.
But I've explained it. I'm willing to explain it once per stream, maybe. At most. Probably less than that. I don't want to disincentivize people from being returning viewers. Sorry. No worries. Obviously, you didn't know. You weren't there for it. Understandable. Understandable. As a femboy, femboys are based. That's true. That's true, Hotel Guy. I've always liked femboys quite a bit. I think femboys are cool. I ate my mom's purse, and now I'm throwing up leather pieces. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Good stuff. God made you the gender you were for a reason. Dude, he made me a woman for a reason. Like, he made me a woman despite my biological sex not aligning. You know what? Maybe. If God's real, then sure. That's possible. Do you like getting walked like a dog? No, I would hate that, actually. I would sure avoid that at all costs. It ain't gay if she's a woman. True. Whoa, you look so cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a Republican, but you can do whatever you want in your life. No hate. Yeah, fair. I generally they're when it comes to people that are right wing that watch my content, it's usually people that are like that, where it's like, I don't know, they'll I don't know, like we'd probably vehemently disagree on economic policy, but also like they don't really give a shit about like, I don't know, trans people existing or whatever. Um, it's usually like libertarian right people. If it like I don't know. I don't again, I don't really get many authoritarian right-wingers that come in here and support me. Uh but yeah, most of my audience is lefties, uh maybe apolitical people, uh people that generally it's people that are just like more libertarian across the spectrum. Generally more left-leaning because I'm left-leaning, so that's kind of a given, but um right-wingers are still wrong even if just on econ. Oh, no, I agree with you on that. They absolutely are incorrect. But like I think there's like a difference between like I don't know, like the frothing at the mouth, like hates trans people type of people versus like I don't know, maybe they have like shit positions on economic policies, but like I don't know, like they're not like bad people or anything. They're just wrong about it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, trans people can exist. I don't care. Do whatever you want, man. You know what I mean? Most of your audience is just gay, to be honest. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, I don't give a fuck about politics, but I'll say Trump is low-key fucking us over. He is high-key fucking us over. Look, I'm Catholic, so I hold staunch Catholic views, but I won't attack you in any way. Just curious about your views. What views specifically? I guess a lot of my views stem from like a sort of utilitarian thought. I would suppose that that's sort of where I get my sense of morality from. In a lot of cases, that and just general empathy, compassion, you know, those are things that generally inform my morality, right? Like oftentimes, like, I mean, I do think that utilitarianism is correct, but I also believe that like sometimes you can't really calculate things utility-wise, so it's just easier to go based on like, okay, like, what does your heart tell you? You know? Because you don't have time to calculate everything in your mind. Do you discriminate against conservative people? Generally, yes, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't make a blanket statement saying that I discriminate against all of them. I don't know. I've encountered some conservatives that are like fine with trans people. But that's very far and few in between. So it's like it's kind of hard to like I don't know, get along with conservatives most of the time when like, you know, they have a tendency to not be very accepting of trans people. So it's okay to be bigoted towards right-wingers. They started it. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they're in power. No, you're not wrong. Specifically, I would say that I do discriminate against authoritarian right-wingers. Like that's a given though. I think that's pretty obvious. Do you admit to discriminate against people? I guess it depends on what you mean by discrimination. Like, if by discrimination you mean like treating category of people worse, yeah, like I don't know, like I treat people that are Nazis worse than people that aren't Nazis. And I think that's something that we could all get behind, right? Or for instance, I don't know, transphobes. They treat me like shit, so why would I ever be treating them as nicely as I would treat other people? They don't even think I have a right to exist. You know what I mean? My 25th birthday is 4/21. Well, happy birthday in advance. For scientific purposes, are you neurodivergent? You better believe I am. Discrimination to immigrants? Well, discrimination to immigrants is wrong, right? Being an immigrant has no bearing on your validity as a person. So, I don't think it's fair to grant people less moral consideration on the basis of whether or not they're an immigrant. Have you been practicing with makeup? I have not. I don't know how to do makeup. I've not I haven't applied makeup to myself ever. Most I'll do is maybe some lip gloss. I think it's okay to discriminate against criminals. I'd be careful. I'd be careful with that. What crime did they commit? And why? You know, context matters. Like, do you think that it's okay to discriminate against somebody because they possessed illegal drugs? I don't think it's okay to discriminate against somebody for, I don't know, having a drug addiction. I think that instead we should be compassionate towards people that have drug addictions. It just seems like the humane thing to do. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time when I make logical arguments, people just don't really pay attention. I don't know. Maybe the easier thing to do is just be like, how about we do the thing that's humane and go from there? I don't know. Oh God, she doesn't have a clue. What don't I have a clue of? I'm clueless because I think that people deserve to be treated like humans. I don't think that's like a clueless position. That's like a humane position. She doesn't have a clue. You really need to be out where life works. Okay, Steve Anderson. What don't I have a clue of? Where am I wrong? What am I saying that's factually incorrect? I'm fully against death penalty in any way. Goes against innate human nature of our... I don't give a shit about that. I'm not gonna lie. I think that people that go... I don't know, that have long sentences or life sentences in prison deserve the right to have like a... like an optional, like, sort of... I guess it wouldn't be a death penalty, but ethical euthanasia, right? I feel like that should be an option, right? I'd be in favor of that. You literally have the best takes. I don't know what anyone's going on about here. Yeah, I feel like these are like common sense positions. Whenever someone is different now, they want the world to think different. Okay, what's your point? Yeah, there are going to be ways in which it might be ideal for the world to think, but they don't. Like, I don't think that perpetuating the status quo of thought is what intellectuals do. I don't think it's what anyone who has made any progress in the world has done. Nobody that had any influence over the course of history thought, what should I do? Oh, I know. I'm going to perpetuate the status quo as much as possible and be in favor of thinking exactly the same way as everybody else. That's not how you, I don't know, do anything of worth or value. Just saying. But that's the thing, is everybody has the capacity to do things different, to be different, to be their own individual person. Whatever that may mean for you and for the people around you. I'm not on either side. I just hate all people equally, except for maybe like 3 people. You being one of them because your takes on everything are awesome. Well, thank you very much, Cassidy. I appreciate that. These aren't even good trolls. They're just confusing. Yeah. Then run for office. Make a change yourself. See if it works. I'm gonna be so real. Like, this argument of you're not allowed to criticize the people in power until you get in power is fucking brain dead. Yeah, dude, it's like so easy to just like get elected in office. Yeah, that's just something that everybody can do. Right. Hey, thank you, Sir Magnetarian, for the $4.99, you beautiful fucking bastard, saying, I am post-gender. Do you know how I can connect with other people like me? I would just look for niche communities, Discord servers, whatever it may be. But there are definitely people that are like you, that are out there waiting for you to connect with them. And if you're active in my chat, I will invite you to my Discord server. If you're active here, supporting me and whatnot, that's how you get invited. It's invite only. But if I see you around for a while, I stream every day. And yeah. But yeah, the people in my community, especially like the core of my community is very left leaning, and we all are sort of in the same boat of who gives a fuck about gender? Just be you, man. Just be you. What kind of music are you into? I mean, depends on the mood. Chicago drill kinda underrated though. The OG Femyoz community used to be all Nazis. I mean, that's like a little bit dramatic, but yeah, dude, the OG community was like, it was like a weird, like, I guess it's more akin to like, I don't know. It was more chaotic and unpredictable. It wasn't like a bunch of there were like maybe a couple Nazis, and I don't know. I don't really remember it that well, to be fair. But yeah, there were definitely some far right people that used to like me when I was like a femboy or whatever, and I didn't really like them back, but my perspective on the time was more of like a free speech absolutist. I will never ban anyone for anything unless they're spamming or doxing people. That was sort of the position I held at the time. But yes, you can trust me. I'm not saying be mayor or governor, but be a speaker, a motivational speaker somewhere, and start off getting an education in politics and history and work your way up from there. Well, you don't know how educated or not educated I am in politics, right? I've done some of my own research. In terms of being a motivational speaker, I'm not going to say things that are motivational just for the sake of it. My goal isn't to be a motivational speaker. My goal is to say things that are either funny or factually correct. That's my goal. And the platform that I want to do it on is YouTube, because it allows me more creative freedom, right? Because I don't exclusively care about politics. I care about politics for sure, but I also care about, I don't know, my ability to say mostly whatever I want, and my ability to have creative freedom. Like, that matters to me a lot. You know what I mean? Those are good goals? Hell yeah. Some people be wild? Yeah. How many genders? 69, because it's the funny sex number. And it was a bunch of white people getting offended. Femyoz said the N-word. Dude, are we gonna break? Dude, this shit was like a year ago, man. Shit was like over a year ago. Meanwhile, I'm a black man. I'm the only black person in the world at the time that was okay with it. Yeah, though, to be fair, I had a very small audience at the time. But like, I don't know. I feel like I had not a similar arc to iDubbbz, because like I've retained the edgy humor. He hasn't. I still am willing to make jokes and whatnot. So that hasn't changed. I'm not willing to cuck the content or be like, yeah, I think that it's cringe that you used to enjoy my old content or any of that shit. And like nothing I did was like on the same level of like iDubbbz in terms of like how fucking wild the shit that I was saying was. But, people sort of misinterpreted it. People thought it was like a green light in favor of other things, which it never was. So, yeah, thank you, young Bloodster. Yeah, that was the most recent example, I think. Or no, the most recent example was when, was when Day VM gave me the pass when we were going to war with Sabrina TW. Do you wear glasses? Not anymore, I guess, but I should. I need to get mine fixed. When I say the F slur here, I'm gay. I mean, I'd rather y'all not say slurs. I'd like to stay monetized, okay? But like, do I have like a problem like ideologically with like saying slurs or whatever? Not really. I don't really give a shit. As long as you're not like using them derogatorily, you know. But yeah, again, it does depend on the context. You have pink teeth? Fuck. I got lip gloss on my teeth. Can we say cracker? I mean, is that even a slur? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you can say it. Obviously. Are you easily offended by those who disagree with your lifestyle? If not, how do you stay above it? Sorry for spamming. I mean, I'm not really easily offended, mainly because I just don't care what they have to say. Like, what they say isn't really important or logical or valuable at all. So, I don't know. I guess I don't care because there are people that support me as well. So, like, I care more about what, I don't know, the people that are in favor of trans people existing have to say on the matter. And have to say to me, you know? Lipstick on my teeth, man. Oh, I hate that. Oh well. Femi just said a shout out to her friend Nicholas Gurr. She didn't say the N-word. Nicholas's nickname is Nick. Yeah, dude. Shout out to Nicholas Gurr. I'm gonna say the most offensive thing. You're a silly goose. You take that back right now. It's gone now. Let's go.
Anyways.
We needed a slur for bottoms that's more subtle than overt degradation. Maybe. I getcha. Thank you for answering. I just wanted to know. That's fair. Let's see here. Hello, Hunter George. Hope you're doing well. Not the voice changes.
What voice changes? My voice is very consistent.
Anyways. What about you? Is your voice as consistent as mine?
You better believe I would never have an inconsistent voice.
Nope. As a bottom, I want slurs and overt degradation. Honestly, same. I mean, what? I would never be a bottom. You made me scream.
Hey, yo. That's crazy.
Low-key, you're my favorite streamer. You're the only one I can watch. Let's go! Yeah, most streamers are boring and suck. I agree. Her voice is the most consistent voice I've ever heard. Not even Taylor Swift can match it. That's true. If we ever want to see changes, we need to take action. Finding like minds and protesting is good and all, but it needs to be done in a way that's able to pierce through ignorant minds. Yeah, because, I mean, there are going to be a lot of people that just don't know anything about certain subject matter. Lefty memes as a tyrannical dictator? Is that so, Jesus Christ T? I mean, that's possible. I mean, as long as nobody's getting false banned. You know. But yeah. Anyways. Man, I'm holding back so much right now. As in, like, femboy language. Do you believe in the Easter Bunny? Yeah, of course I do. The Easter Bunny is real. But yeah. My boyfriend is running for office, so hey. Yo, let's go. People have to want to be changed. Yeah, or at least open to the idea. Or, like, indifferent to it. You know what I mean? Like, they have to be willing to hear the differing arguments, I guess. You know what I mean? Or learn things that are new, or think about things from a different perspective. Hello, Troy Grandwalski. Hope you're doing well. Jesus T was spamming, your teeth was spamming. I mean, I guess if they were spamming. But like, no, there was also if somebody's just saying dumb shit, don't like ban them. Like, I guess if they're spamming and saying it over and over again, like, okay, yeah, you could time them out. But like, if someone's just saying dumb shit, don't ban them. That's cock behavior, man. Don't do that. You know. People don't change, they merely reveal who they truly are. I don't know if I believe that. She has the Easter bunny trapped in her basement. Yo, that was supposed to be a secret. I should get a bunny outfit for Easter. What are you doing, Femi? I guess I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything for Easter. I guess it's not. I guess I'll do an Easter stream. Do I have bunny ears? I don't think I do. Oh, I might actually. Keep in mind, the first interaction me and Femyoz ever had with each other was me and her roasting each other. Years later, she's my fiance. Dude. Years later, you roleplay as my fiance. Huh. Her gender is Draco Malfoy. That's true. That's true. I like your mentality about banning / silencing people. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, if someone is spamming or, like, being, like, really annoying or, like, obviously, like, hateful or whatever, then, like, yeah, of course ban them. But, like, if someone just, like, says dumb shit, like, I don't know, that's my humor. Right? Like, that's, like, honestly, like, even if there wasn't pink stuff on my teeth, which there was, right? I accidentally got lip gloss on my teeth, somehow. But even if there wasn't, like, that's the kind of thing that I would say in a chat. Right? Like, I like to troll people. I swear, every time I come by you, you get prettier. Thank you so much, Nictria. I really appreciate that. Anyways, twinks in Playboy bunny costumes are all that I need for Easter. Yo, that's wild. I'm sorry, Femi. No worries, no worries. Because I do like to be a little bit lax in terms of, like, what we allow in chat. Right? We gotta ban the right people. We don't wanna ban people that benefit the stream. You know, I like schizo shit. You know? Your stream is like your house. You're fully free to lock out whoever you don't want around you. Curate your online experience. Oh, I agree with that. Like, absolutely. But, like, I do agree with, like, the notion, like, yeah, obviously, if you're a streamer, like, you can ban whoever you want. You absolutely have a right. I do think that there are shitty reasons to ban people. Like, I think that streamers that ban people over, like, the dumbest reasons or, like, over, like, one schizo post are, like, annoying as shit. Like, fuck those people. You know what I mean? Like, if someone is just, like, I don't know. Because, like, there are streams where, like, I'll get banned for, like, asking the streamer to show their toenail collection or some shit like that. I'll be like, show us your booger wall, and I'll get banned. And that's, like, fucking stupid. That's a dumb reason to ban somebody. Like, no, that shit's funny. Keep it around. What are you doing? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I guess my policy is, if it's something that I might say, then it should be allowed. Do you like unbound autism in your chat? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Poor Femi can't enjoy boogers. Transphobes are so stupid. That's true. Chicken jockey. Now I'm only going to time out or ban people being like, Jesus loves you, or spamming, or misgendering, / asking what's in you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Like, people that are, like, genuine, or, yeah, or just people that are, like, genuinely hateful, or whatever. Like, yeah. Like, or people, like, I don't know, like, if somebody is, like, I don't know, like, trying to, like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on, like, well, I don't know. It depends on, like, how somebody tries to insult me. Because even that isn't entirely black and white. It's, I don't know, it's just a vibes-based thing, right? I'm pretty lax, you know? I do think it's probably for the better that my mods are less lax than I am, I think, sometimes. Because, like, I don't know. It sort of, prevents me from, like, engaging with some shitters, you know? Like, sometimes it might be tempting to, like, you know, engage. You're looking so pretty. Thank you, Miles. She's back. Let's go. I've been timed out for saying Sigma. Yeah, don't ban people for saying that kind of stuff. You're gonna dissuade them from being on the stream when they could be supporters. You know what I mean? Something smells like cheese. You might be spelling yourself, Lil Hot Pocket 333. But yeah. Sigma, ban me now. Ayo. I got timed out for shit-talking Florida man. That's dumb. That's a bad reason to time somebody out, okay? We all make fun of Florida man. Come on. Hello, Zach. Hope you're doing well. I'm a supporter for sure. Let's go. Yeah, let's not be authoritarian. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't be authoritarian. We've talked about this before, lefty memes. Come on. Don't be authoritarian. Don't ban people just because they said some dumb shit. All right? It's got to be like they're genuinely hateful or like spamming or something. Kind of like what you said. Anyways. Let's see here. I think religion is beautiful. Well, you're entitled to that opinion. I think that religion can be very destructive. But, anyways. So you're trying to reach $100? Oh, are you talking about the dono goal? No, that's the amount that we've made this stream through Streamlabs donations. And we've made, whatever, 0.7 times 28. Oh. Thank you very much. The hyperfixation for the $10, you beautiful fucking bastard. Sang cutie. Thank you very much, and feel free to request your Skirt Go Spinnies or me purring into the mic. But yeah. I believe I got timed out for saying something along the lines of what other people are saying. Not offensive. Yeah, that's honestly fair. That's fair. W Dono? Hell yeah. But like, say for instance, Lil Hot Pocket saying something smells weird, you know, multiple times in a row. Like that, you know, I would constitute that as spamming. 30 minutes, right? Like somebody like that, for instance. Like, yeah, obviously ban somebody like that. Or whatever. But, I don't know. If somebody just like says one schizo post, like, come on. Fem is so pretty and entertaining. That's why I keep coming back. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate that. But yeah. But then, like, obviously people like, I don't know, Isabel, you're not a woman, you're a man. Or, too bad you look like a dude from Carrot Farm. Right? Like, messages like those. Like, obviously, you can ban people like that. Right? Obviously. Right? Sorry. Normally I don't have to make it. But yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I'd make it vibes based. To be honest, ethically speaking, it would be okay to silence them since trolls don't honestly care about other people's free speech or good faith debate, but I recognize the moral consideration of cucking the content. Well, it's not just that, right? Well, it also depends on how they're trolling, right? Like, if you think that, like, okay, like, me interacting with them would be entertaining, or, like, could potentially be entertaining, right? Then, like, you could not ban them, right? But, like, if it's the case that they're just like, you will never be a real woman, KYS Troon, then, like, I mean, I don't think that they're really adding anything, so, you know. I think there's like a difference. You know? Would you rather be racist for a day or eat Lil Hot Pocket's Hot Pocket? I'm gonna have to go with being racist for a day. You know? I would be the CEO of racism. My HG keeps calling me her good girl and favorite bottom. Well, can't say I would mind if that happened to me. This chat is funny right now. I got called a trans slur in public. I am very sorry to hear that. Anyways. Femyoz, I'm already the CEO of racism, so you can't be. Instead, you can be the COO of racism. I see. Hey, thank you, Avery, for the $4.99. You beautiful fucking bastard. Saying shout out to my furries and Therians. Awoo. Indeed, indeed. Feel free to request a Skirt Go Spinny for 5. Anyways. What are your thoughts on fucking ball torture, chat? Dude, I don't know what I'm doing with my voice. Anyways. W Dono? Hell yeah. Dude, people have been very kind today. People have been very kind to me, and I appreciate that. No, the grudge voice. People call me authoritarian on alts just to shame me for banning their obvious troll transphobe accounts. Presumably. I don't know. It depends on yeah, if it's like the people that were like being transphobic, then yeah, it's like, no, that's not authoritarian. Wait, you have donations on YouTube now? Yes, I do. My channel finally got remonetized, which took over a year. It was stupid. But, oh well. I need help studying for my prostate exam. Okay, that's crazy. You look like too Hollis if you took estrogen. Wait, who is that? I actually need to know. I need to know. You should ban the word Femyoz. I'm not gonna ban it, but even though I probably should. Dude, who is too... Hold on, let me look. Yo, Dude. Bro. He slays. Yo, he actually fucking slays. He actually slays, dude. Let's go. Actually so real. Actually such a baddie. Nah, bro, dude. People like him, like people like this man are the reason that I'm bisexual instead of exclusively lesbian. He is fucking hot. I want to cuddle with this man. I want to do more than... Okay, I'm making... Okay. I gotta stop before I... You know. His music is good too. Is it so? Is that so? Unspeakable things? Yeah. Yeah. No, it'd be like that. Do you watch anime? I can't say that I do. Chat. Do we talk about Keffals? Chat? What do you guys think? I'm thinking we might talk about Keffals for a little bit. Because I joined your Discord and got banned. Okay? It's very sad. Very sad. Alright? Who is that? Oh, boy. Oh, there's a lot of lore. Hold on, wait. I need to... Open file location. Give me a sec. I showed up at the wrong time. No! No, Tip! I'm sorry. Okay, maybe we'll do it later. Did you get put in the Thunderdome? Yeah. And then she made a specific role because of me so that I couldn't speak. And then she just ended up banning me because I was bypassing because like she had like a role where like filtered out any messages with like the 100 most popular words or whatever, or most commonly used words in the English language. So I just like used the power of putting accent marks on the vowels, and then and then I got banned. Total tipster domination. True. Yeah, we love Tippy. Tippy is based. Keffals hates me though. I was gonna say, I never knew you interviewed my schizophrenic ex-mod. That showed in my recommended I was dying. That person is unhinged. I don't know. I think that they... I don't think they're a bad person. But, I don't know. I'm biased because they were nice to me, so... Where are you trans at? Congrats on your massive success. Thank you. But yeah, I visited a Tippy stream earlier. Let's go. But yeah, Tippy is a real one. I disagree considering... Oh, shit. Yeah, I do remember. I criticized them for that. I did criticize them for that. I think they ended up conceding, I think. Like, that was one of the main criticisms I had of them, is that they were, like, doxing your personal info. And from what I remember, I think they ended up conceding on that. But yeah, that was like that was like one of the main reasons I wanted to interview them, was to like, I don't know, get them to like admit that like, yeah, that was like obviously wrong, and talk about that from what I remember. But I don't know. It was a while ago. Oh, they were a dox. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that they're gonna dox anybody again. It seemed like they regretted it from what I remember. I don't know. I have a shit memory. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, it was the Nico nerd person. It was the Nico nerd person. YouTube is just being transphobic. That's why it took so long to get monetized. Yeah, maybe. That's probably true. Probably true. Yeah, their whole beef with me is that they got mad I banned someone from my server who was claiming to be a minor and was threatening mods and spamming people with images of self-harm. I am so bad for banning someone like that. Yeah, I think she did tell, or like, I don't know. I think they told it like a bit of a different story, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It's been too long. Maybe if it becomes relevant again, I'll re-look into it. But I don't know. I mean, the goal was to just get like the interview out there, and be like unbiased and just get their perspective. I would have interviewed you as well, but I don't think I didn't have a way to contact you. Like ideally, I would have done an interview with Nico Nerd and then an interview with you to get both perspectives, but yeah. I don't think that was gonna happen, sadly. Anyways. Hey, thank you, Zero, for the $2, saying, can you tell your dad I said hi? I'll try to remember that, I guess. Strange request, but alright. Bottoms against bottom rights? Yo, that's me. I mean, what? I would never. Fuck, I need the lore. WTF is happening? Real. Dude, I don't even... Apparently Queenman interviewed them too, but I am only now finding out about this. Yeah, I remember that. That was... Oh, I think that was one of my main motivations. I think one of my main motivations is I saw that Queenman interviewed them, and I think Chud Logic interviewed him. Or, no, Chud Logic, I think, talked about him. Queenman interviewed them. And, like, they were, like, shitting on them, so I was like, I'm gonna take the contrarian position. I've done way too many things out of contrarianism. And spite. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah. Lefty, why are you, dude, Lefty memes, why are you shitting on Tipster? Dude. He, well, Tipster doesn't really, like, try to get views anymore. Queenman and his friends made them rage quit because they had to explain to them that inviting a minor to live with you is bad and they didn't understand it, lol. Yeah, I don't remember what the story behind that was. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, no, it's just, yeah, no, like, keep in mind that, like, can I just schizo post a meme? Yeah, fair. Fair. But yeah. Dude, maybe now is not the time to talk about Keffels. Alright, I'm gonna leave y'all hate me. No! Do not leave. We don't hate you. What the fuck? We love you. But yes, leave President Tipster alone. But yeah, no. Tipster used to be a drama swap creator. Dude, we all had a drama swap creator arc, right? Yeah, I think we all did. I mean, to be fair, I haven't done any, like, drama segment. Well, no, have I done a drama segment within the last month? I don't know. Maybe I bring it back at some point if people want to see it, but it's not even my most popular content anymore, so I guess not. I don't know. I guess my most popular shit has always been like queer stuff, which is interesting. Like, you would think that doing drama would be better for the algorithm, but like, I feel like just talking about queer shit is like more. I don't know. I guess it's better for the algorithm, for me at least. But that's probably because that's what this channel was established as. So the algorithm like saw, oh, this is like a femboy channel. We'll serve this up to some queer people, I guess, because they like femboys, and like also some Nazis because they also like femboys. So that's our target demographic here. But yeah. Lefty memes, you are not hated. You are not hated. All right. Don't think that. Don't think that. I got mildly annoyed twice when you false banned somebody. That was that's not enough for me to hate somebody or even dislike somebody. If I hated you, you wouldn't be mod, okay? Every other mod telling me to chill, like, bruh. In all fairness, you did need the chill, but that doesn't mean that they have a problem with you. I was not bothered by lefty memes asking questions. Be good. Oh, yeah, fair. Lefty, you got me so mad. Grr. True. Literally all my women friends are trans women or are neurodivergent or LGBT. Honestly, that's real. That's very real. But, yeah. Let's see here. To be fair, I don't think that lefty memes is interrogating Tippy. I think it's fine. Just, anyways. Yeah, chat, how y'all doing? I'm doing okay. I was memeing. Yeah, I figured. Guys, stop leftist infighting. True. I was about to do leftist infighting. It's gonna be me versus Keffels. But also, I'd feel kind of shitty doing that, like, when Tipster is here. Because then it's like, they show up to watch me shit on their friend. And I don't want to do that. Tipster's not involved in any of this. Tipster is cool. But yeah. Earlier, just some dude said I have nice moves. Told him, at least if I go trans, I have the boobs for it. Yo, that's true. That's true. I mean, people have predicted you going trans. You know. Boxing match, Femyoz versus Tipster. That is the most unfair boxing match ever. Okay? I would not have... Dude. Wait, Tipster, how tall are you? I went MB, so they kind of got it right. Yeah, fair. I took it that Keffel still has fun doing that kind of trolling. It's not serious and all in fun. 5'1"? You are not 5'1". Oh, 5'10". Okay. Yeah, no, that would not be a fair boxing match at all. My mom thinks I'm trans. I don't think she knows what a femboy is. Yeah, fair. Nah, dude, Keffels genuinely doesn't like me. Like, she was upset about me being in the server. Like, she was genuinely upset. Like, yes, she does trolling. It's basically a worse version of what I do. But no, she was upset about me being in the server. To be fair, you know what? I might go over it. I don't think that it's nothing serious for the most part. But I mean, other people took it seriously, but I didn't. I thought it was quite funny. But yeah. Anyways. I think as far as Keffels goes, I don't think she knows your views on her have turned around a bit. Yeah, like, I'm not, like, I don't know. I do still think that, like, you know, could have been better with the, like, the GoFundMe money. But it, like, based on what you showed me, it is more nuanced. And I do think I don't know. If I ever make a video on Keffels, I'm not gonna shit on her. Um, because, like, well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'll be like, because, like, I was thinking about making a video that's, like, sort of more, like, neutral slash unbiased, if that makes sense. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's complicated because I don't dislike her as much as I used to. I only dislike her because she dislikes me at this point. Combined with the fact that, like, yeah, she did do some sketchy stuff, right? But it's not as bad as I thought it was. I don't know. It's complicated. But the reason that I disliked Keffels in the first place was because of the sketchy shit. I don't know. I feel like based on the evidence available to me, like, I've come to reasonable conclusions. Um, but yeah, no, there's definitely more to the story than what's publicly known. And I might make a video on it. I don't know. Like, it doesn't, I don't think it makes Keffels completely innocent, but there's more that probably needs to be said. Well, I hope you two have a chance to chat at some point. I'm wishing that into existence. Pretty sure she blocked me on Discord because I added her to a group chat called Cock and Ball Torture Gang. I made like a really schizo group chat where I added Keffels, the Sword, Chud Logic, Aiden Project, Buzzsaw Mutant Skibbity Toilet, Cobson Talks, and fuck, who else did I add? Yeah, I literally just wanted to create like a Nightmare Blunt rotation. And I called it Cock and Ball Torture Gang. Oh, I added Cybersmith as well. I added Cybersmith and and Bunk. And Bunk. Oh, and Natty Forsyth. I forgot. Yeah. It was yeah, it was Keffels, Buzzsaw Mutant Skibbity Toilet, Chud Logic, Aiden, the Sword, oh yeah, Raven, that motherfucker. Uh and I added Mango, and oh yeah, and Cybersmith, and fuck, who else? Yeah. Yeah, and Natty Forsyth. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. Incredible. Alright. Yeah, dude, I just wanted dude. No cap, I would have blocked you it was too funny not to. It was too funny not to. I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to create a Nightmare Blunt rotation of like people that just don't go together. You know what I mean? It was too funny not to, okay? I cared more about making that group chat because I thought it was funny than I did about not being blocked by Cup. I would have added Turkey Tom as well, but he's too high profile for me to want to be blocked by him. All right, I'm gonna dip. Wife and I are gonna grab some dinner, so you can have your Kuval chat now. Peace. All right, bye, Tippy. Enjoy your dinner. Yo, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pee. All right. And then we'll do at least part of the couples segment. Yeah. Alright, chat.
I am back, everybody. It is I, Femyoz, the greatest live streamer of all time. I have returned.
Just feeling a little uneasy tonight with all the mods telling me to call. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyways. I'm just feeling uneasy to- Oh, sorry, I read that. Yo, but dude, I can't believe the chair said slurs. I'm gonna go on the Discord? Alright. Yeah, no worries. Anyways, yeah, dude, my camera does track my movement. For anyone wondering. Somebody seems to ask. Cheerios called me woke? Damn, that's really messed up. I can't believe it. Sorry, what was I doing? Oh, right, I need to go over... Oh, wait, hold on. Hey! Thank you, Sir Magnetarian, for the $4.99, you beautiful fucking bastard sang. How much is that camera, and what camera is it? So, it was, like, somewhere, I think it was somewhere between $300 and $400. And, it's an OBSBot Tiny 2 webcam. 4K. Yeah, OBSBot Tiny 2 4K webcam. Can I be in the Discord? Yeah, sure, why not? Add my Discord, Femyoz, Femyoz, since we're getting less viewers right now. Feel free to add me, and then I'll add you back. But yeah, it's just the same as my YouTube name. But yeah. Fuck, what was I doing? Sorry. I gotta... Oh, right. I needed to add that song... to... Okay, over here... Copy... Paste... Okay, sorry. We can, like, begin now. I think. So... Oh, wait, shit. Wait, why? Okay, if I go like this. How do I make it so it's like... How do I make it fit the screen? Sorry. Oh, I think like this. Okay. Alright, we'll start now. Or soon at least. Okay, so oh wait, hold on. Alright, yeah. So, long story short, I, joined the Keffels Discord. And, let's just say, I ended up getting banned. It was truly tragic, truly tragic. So, you know, I thought I would show what led to me getting banned. Let's see here. Because Keffels does not like me. She really doesn't like me. Could I join too? Yes, Neptune. Add me on Discord. Femyoz, Femyoz. You've been around for a bit. Why not? But yeah, anyways. So, I joined her server. And my first message is, hello, every pony. Mi nombre es Barbara Herman III. And then Peepee Girl 420, who is my girlfriend, by the way, made a surprised face. So I asked her, hello, do you support Mr. Miss Manshi as our new president? No, Tipster is my president. This is factually incorrect. Tipster would never bless us with an OnlyFans account like Mr. Miss Manshi. My favorite Mr. Miss Manshi post was the one with the baby bottle emoji. I was truly devastated when they blocked me on Discord for asking if they were ABDL. And then Keffelbot congratulated me. At Femyoz has just become level 1. Congratulations, Seth. 111, wow. Once you reach level 3, head to no access to access the rest of the server. Yeah, it seems like a normal conversation, right? But apparently it was actually very sinister. And then I said, guys, look at this really funny meme I made. And then it's a minion meme, and it says, I int Biden, which is true, by the way. I do, in fact, int Biden. And guess what? Florida man agreed and said, I int Biden. I int Biden as well, Florida man. So that's why I responded with that. And of course, we needed to make it very clear. I int Biden. I int Biden. We started chanting it. All right? Do it with me, chat. I int Biden. 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 Okay? I do, in fact, int Biden. With that being said, let's continue. Then I sent this meme. You know, because minion memes are, like, really funny and stuff. If being cool was illegal, I'd be a criminal. Not because I'm cool, but because I shot my wife. I think Florida man sent that one to me. And there's this proof that Jesus was a villager. And as you can see, his arms are connected to each other. It's very, very awesome. Dude, he's just like a villager from Minecraft. And I point that out as well. I like how his arms are connected. It's so beautiful. And then Florida man sent this that says, the ground trembles with my every step. I have installed my floorboards incorrectly. Okay? And then I sent this. Guys, these are real pictures of me. Do you think Nick Fuentes will find me attractive? I am a nationalist, Hoppian, monarchist, libertarian, anarchist, orthodox Christian. And then Florida man corrected me and said, orthodontist Christian, which is true, by the way. I am an orthodontist Christian. Do you guys like my room? I think it needs more American flags. Okay, and as you can see, we've got American flags scattered all over the place. You know, this is definitely my room, and, you know, that's definitely me. Those are real pictures of me, of course. And then I said, do you all support Darman? I love Darman! And then PP Girl says he's mean to his workers. And then I said, no! He would never. Darman will not tolerate such slander. Darman knows where you live. Which is true, he absolutely does, okay? Darman is always watching. Was that the sword? Yes. But yeah, but obviously, Darman doesn't tolerate slander. But then PP Girl said it would be a libel since I wrote it. And then I miss good AR, bring back 2023 Doll E. Fair enough, Elf Zeppo. And then I sent this really funny meme, okay? Me when the woke mind virus makes you blue-pilled and triple vaxxed. That one's a really, dude, that's some riveting stuff. It says a lot about society, you know? And I responded to Elf Zeppo with this image. It's like the speech bubble. And you over here, you've got different ice cream flavors. You've got e-girl spit, estrogen, mommy milk, liberal tears, ketamine, femboy sweat, butter pecan, wide eyes emoji, space time. And I sent this image, not me rot maxing, okay? I'm just kind of chilling, right? Just show it, dude. I'm literally rot maxing in bed on the Keffel server. You know, seems like people responded with the wiggler emoji. You know, but I was just chilling, just existing. You know, because I wanted to make it clear. Yeah, I'm just like existing. You know, me when I wear diapers in solidarity with President Trump. And then Florida man said, how the movie theater employees look at me when I say, water bucket release, as I piss all over the floor. How the movie theater employees when I... Look at me when I say flint and steel as I burn down the entire building. How the McDonald's employee looks at me when I yell blaze rod as I slam my dick into the fryer. And then I sent, your life has a purpose. Air vent. Fan. Saddam Hussein. Which is true, by the way. Right, and then Florida Man obviously had to, send this. Raccoons are saddle-breaking feral hogs and riding them into battle against the possums. The media probably won't cover this, which is true. That's why I'm showing it here, because the media won't tell you about this, right? Very important stuff. And keep in mind, nobody else was in the chat. We were the only people keeping the chat alive by sending memes to each other. And then Peepy Girl sent this, okay? 97% of teenagers who saw Justin Bieber on a tall building about to jump, they would cry. If you're that 3% who would be eating popcorn saying, do a backflip, repost. Yo, let's go! Fucking based! Hell yeah. And then Florida Man sent whatever the fuck this is. Paul Blart Fleshmall. And then okay. It's good stuff, good stuff. And somebody said, how did Filthy Frank turn out to be the most normal YouTuber from that era? And I said, Filthy Frank was a legend. Then Memegician said, literally if JonTron had just shut the fuck up about his politics, he would have been fine and would have likely been a beloved figure to this day. And then I said, JonTron was an actual embarrassment. And then Memegician said, I felt embarrassed for myself having enjoyed his content as much as I did before I found out about the Destiny debate. I literally bought merch of his. And then I said, oh God, that reminds me of when I bought I'm Alex merch before the Slaza situation. And then Memegician said, these are two names I'm not familiar with. But like, I'm just having like a normal ass conversation with people, right? Like as soon as there's other people, like I'm just engaging normally. Because, like, unironically, like, I've gotten along with Keffel's community in the past. Like, people that are, like, from that sort of sphere. So, I was like, well, I don't see the issue, but Keffel saw an issue with it. And talking about I'm Alex, I was like, and he's an actual abuser. Yeah, I'm Alex is known for making false accusations and abusing his girlfriend. What's an I'm Alex? You don't want to know. Right? So, it's, like, very normal stuff. Now, some people scrolled up and saw, there was the one with the sword. What in the fuck is the response? And then what? And then, not me rock maxing. Hey for hair. Dude, that's crazy. That's fucked up. What is actually going on in here? Wait, I didn't see that in first. Why the fuck do you have a Groiper hat? For disguise? No idea. I think it's satire. Femyoz posted pictures of two different people now. I'm guessing they're the one who needs to put on a shirt. And not the occasional TV, huh? And I said, I'm wearing a shirt, see? And it's a picture of me wearing a shirt. Good job. Oh, thank you. Very much appreciated. So I said thank you. I'm assuming Fuentes just likes sweaty balls, which is true. He absolutely does. And then I said, what if I was secretly Darman this whole time? It was the Keffel's Discord. I got banned. And this person said, why are your eyes gray? That's green. How so? They're closer to gray in my opinion. No, I mean, phenotypically they're green. And then I said, my eyes are like blue/gray, I think. Gray eyes are weird. How so? And then sent this image. And then I said, what is that? And then they said, chaos incarnate. The internet argued about this dress for like 2 years. And then Beard Math said, it's the same dress. And then Memegician said, I'm afraid your age is showing slightly. Femyoz, you babby. So clearly nobody had a problem with me. No one had an issue with me. Until Keffels showed up. Okay? And as soon as Keffels showed up, she made it very clear that she absolutely had a problem with me. Okay? Hold on, I need to get the Keffels theme song. Okay? Hold on. Because I am this petty, alright? I am absolutely this petty. Let me turn it up. Hold on. Hold on. I just got up. I don't know what happened here, but I thunderdomed 2 people. Now obviously that was in reference to me and Florida Man. Now in all fairness, I think one of the memes that Florida Man sent was I think it was I don't know if I have a screenshot of it, but it was Black Albert Einstein with the equation K equals FC squared or some shit like that. So I expected Florida Man to get banned, but I didn't say anything even remotely offensive. So, but yeah, basically, we both got thunderdomed, which is basically quarantined into the it's basically equivalent to being banned, but you still have access to like one channel where it's like it's meant to be like lol cows and like shitters or whatever exclusively. And then I think Tiff, who's one of the mods, says, "Man, stupid shit always happens in here while I'm sleeping." Dude. And Keffels responds by saying, "We simply need more mods in every time zone, so we are locked in. I'm almost done touching grass." Dude. Who is Keffel? Yeah, you probably don't know why I'm talking extremely slowly whenever I read her messages. It's because she has psychomotor retardation, okay? And I have to emulate my best Keffel's impression, okay? It's been a while. Alright? And so she continues. "I don't ban them. I thunderdome them and then harvest their messages as data to build automations to make our auto-moderation more efficient. Lol." Anyways. But yeah. Anyways. Kevin was right on Kiwi Farms, though. Doxing and transphobic harassment bad. Well, she didn't talk. She never went after the people that actually doxed her, though. Like, that, like, it wasn't Kiwi Farms, it was Doxbin. But she didn't want to go after them because they were the more scary people, I guess. Which, I mean, fair, but, like, be honest about it. Like, I mean, to be fair, Kiwi Farms shouldn't host people's doxes either. But it wasn't Kiwi Farms users that doxed Keffels, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyways. Oh, she continues. Dude. And later on, okay? When I was in the Thunderdome, okay? Apparently I was so annoying. And we'll get into why they think I'm just so bad. That they had to make an even worse role, okay? Sorry. The rolls got fucked up. Also, Femyoz was so annoying. I had to make an even worse roll to have. Yeah, I saw the L roll, the lowest of the low. Keep in mind, Cybersmith, the human pet guy, who is a deranged lolcow, never got the L roll. So I'm worse than Cybersmith, okay? Kiwi Farm spread fake screenshots of Discord DMs. Cassio is a groomer. Femi, they're bad people. Oh, I'm not saying that they're not. Right? I'm not defending Kiwi Farms by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that Keffels should have been intellectually honest. That's what I'm saying. Right? But yeah. But apparently I'm the lowest of the low. Alright? Then she clarified, okay? Dude, I'm gonna get tired of doing this. It deletes your message if you use any of the top 100 most common English words. I mean, it was pretty easy to bypass. I just put accent marks over vowels, and then I ended up getting banned for daring to outsmart the system, I guess. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I missed the Femyo issue. What did they do that was worse than the other dude? Good fucking question. I think that was just for Cybersmith. Also, Kufel, is Femi just getting that because she was being annoying, or is there something else? All I remember is the AI posting and the 2 different This Is Me pics of 2 different people. There's like nobody, like keep in mind, right? Like everybody saw what I was saying in the server. Nobody had an issue with me. Nobody had a problem with me except for Keffels. Because, oh, I talked about her on a live stream and made fun of her like a year ago, I guess. And criticized her for the shit that she did. Okay. But what did I do that was worse than the other dude? All right. Tiff responds, scum-sucking drama tuber, emotionally manipulative, not a good person. Chat, I'm a scum-sucking drama tuber. All right. The only thing worse than being Hitler is being a drama YouTuber. Okay. That is the worst thing you can do in the eyes of this of these people. Even though Keffels made drama videos a year ago as well. But like it's based when she does it, I guess. You know, she's allowed to be a lefty drama creator, but not me, I guess. Yeah, dude. No drama 999. So real. To be fair, I didn't know she had a YouTube channel until she mentioned it earlier. I haven't seen her content or anything she said. And Taco Bella, really sick of these people. And then VCC TV said, kinda wild, being both a quote-unquote creator and just a foaming at the mouth troll. But I guess there's many such cases of this. Dude, I can't take this seriously. Wait, hold on, I need angry music to play. Hold on, I gotta make this quieter. Okay, here we go. Also, I just realized, if you look at her YouTube channel, it is the worst drama slop. Dude. I don't know, like, you have to look for it. The last episode of Femyoz was a while ago. I barely talk about drama. And then Meme Magician says, okay, I'm not familiar, let me go look for myself. And Alcyon Blue says, it's not obvious until you go to the podcast tab for some reason. Wow, it's almost like it's not the main content that I do. Wait, what? And then this person is like, just don't. She acted all innocent and shit. Like, dude. Keffels is mad, Femi is more attractive. This person's like, they a YouTuber? Ugh! Dude. Actually, dude, maybe this music is too dramatic. Wait. We need the Max Payne song. Hold on. I just went to check them out. Yeah, I can see why they were coming in here now. Looking for a new video. Not really. But I mean, if you want, I could make a video on this. Maybe. On like the second channel. I don't know, man. I, I'm gonna be so real. Dude. IDK, I don't know what I don't hear about it anymore. Except for the Vosh and Triangle Lady videos, it looks like it's all femboy content. Yeah. Anyways. And then this person said, yeah, it wears thin pretty quick. If you're that cooked to end up in there. I don't remember entirely what they said. But basically, like, something about the Thunderdome. Right? But what's funny is Keffels has an interesting take on the matter, okay? The problem is I'm boring now. Keffels, you've always been boring. When have you not been boring? What the fuck are you talking about? You're actually delusional. So, we ran out of pets for the time being. Okay. And then Bunny says, not really a problem, running out of annoying people. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be so real, like, if that was such an issue, then surely you would have, I don't know, not tried to, like, make it impossible for me to talk in there, and then I bypassed it, and then you get so angry and ass mad over it that you permanently ban me from the server. Oh, yeah, here was me in the trans chat saying, what's good to Memegician? And this, less than 2 years of estrogen go crazy, right? Like, I'm just like another trans person. But I don't know. And then also, I was feeling dysphoric, so I was like, my hair is such a mess right now. Anyways, how do I pass better? I'm built like a rectangle. I swear to fucking God. Second photo makes me want to not eat so I can get a smaller waist. Honestly, yeah, true. And then, but yeah, I'm basically just, you know, I was kind of listening to the brainworms, to be fair. So, I just want to make the dysphoria go away. Stop investigating yourself. When I was talking about my masculine features and stuff. You passed perfectly fine. Anyways. Passing is... I agree with what Lizzie says, by the way. Like, passing is not about being the epitome of womanhood and having not a single masculine body trait. It's about people IRL viewing you as a woman. Yeah, I guess that's pretty fair. Anyways. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to change the music again. Wow. What the fuck? I was gonna respond to Femyoz, but it looks like they rode the shitpost express straight to the Thunderdome. And then, people that are Thunderdomed can't see other channels, right? Oh, dude, and guess what? So I invited Memegician to the server, briefly. And let's just say they were kind of a snake. So we're gonna get into that in the next stream. Alright? We're gonna get into this guy. Alright, the juicy stuff where I go on an alt account and oh, dude, I need to show this. This is something I said in the drama section. I think Brianna Wu is secretly AGP. Brianna Wu should start curling her hair so that she can have the AGP curls. Good stuff. But yeah, next stream I'll go over some screenshots of people shit talking me. As soon as I wasn't there, you know, fake as fuck. Especially Memegician. You know, Memegician was like being nice to me or whatever, and then it's like, oh, you're actually like, you know, and then there's more screenshots of me interacting on an alt and pretending to be a fan of myself to see how people would respond. And let's just say they got very angry at my alt account. They were very upset about me calling myself well, I mean, they didn't know it was me calling myself to be fair, you know, I kind of wanted to stir some shit. So I was like, I was pretty subtle too for a while, right? Like, it took them a while to like Thunderdome that account. But yeah. Have you heard of Peachy Bun? She has a good makeup tutorial for beginners. I haven't. Keffels is proof the horseshoe theory is real. I don't believe in horseshoe theory. I think that's like a load of shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Brianna Wu is so pro-Israel, she might change her name to Brianna Netanyahu. True. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie, like, talking about drama content gets me less views. Like, oh, Peachabun is a Spicy Cow's friend? Oh, let's go. Horseshoe theory is real. It's called a grifting for money. Maybe. But, yeah, supposedly she has dirt on Brianna Wu that will be included in Dead Domain's upcoming video that will probably qualify as drama when it comes out. Yeah, absolutely. No, but that's, like, from one of the approved drama creators. Keffels, I mean? Yeah. No, but you don't understand, okay? Keffels and Dead Domain are, like, the approved drama creators, alright? That's the difference, is I'm not one of the approved drama creators, because I just say whatever I think without sugarcoating it, and that's, like, bad. You're not supposed to do that. But yeah. Anyways. Interesting way to end stream. But yeah, I barely do... When I do drama content, it's only because I want to do it for fun. Literally. Like, it doesn't get me views. Like, especially not in the shorts algorithm, because nobody knows who the fuck Keffels is. You know what I mean? Like, nobody knows who Keffels is. Nobody knows any of the lore. Nobody knows why she doesn't like me. You know? Well, to be fair, nobody in the server knew why either. So then they just, like, made up reasons to defend their queen. Fun stream, glad I caught it, hell yeah. But yeah, no, I don't know. People think that, like, oh, they're just making drama content for money. It's like, no, I'm not. I don't get very much money from drama content at all. I do it occasionally because it's fun and I enjoy it. I actually stopped doing it as much because I just didn't have as much fun with it. I sure as hell didn't know her and I don't think I want to. Yeah. She's like, I don't know. Dude, the weird thing is that the way we've pivoted our content is, like, kind of similar, too. Like, I just sort of do whatever the fuck I want now. She kind of just does whatever the fuck she wants. She started out talking about, like, more political stuff and then, like, got more into, like, the drama side of things. I did that. You know, I started out talking about some political stuff. Then I got into more of the drama side of things. You know, good stream. Why, thank you. Except I feel like me just doing whatever I want is more successful than me not doing that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Democracy is bullshit. Prove me wrong. Why is it bullshit? You gotta make an argument first. Like, what's a system that you think is better than democracy? Boy, mate, you got a license for that reaction. Yeah, dude. I got the reaction license. Oh my god.